Last time I read some limericks from my book of limericks that was published some years ago in Japan called Everything You Wanted to Know About Japanese Literature in 5 lines. And I've had some requests for some more limericks, so today I'm going to read a few more. The first one is about Miyazawa Kenji. Miyazawa Kenji wrote this book, Night on the Milky Way Train, which I've recently published. And it's a story of a boy named Giovanni who goes on a train trip through the heavens with his friend, and then the friend doesn't come back. So this is a limerick about Miyazawa Kenji. Miyazawa Kenji. Giovanni rode up to the sky without daring to ask about why his friend disappeared amid stars very weird without saying so much as goodbye. The next one is Mishima Yukio, who many people know, wrote Kinkakuji, the Temple of the Golden Pavilion, about a monk who sets fire to this famous temple in Kyoto. Mishima Yukio. A monk set a temple alight and gave a young geisha a fright. The golden pavilions insured for 1,000,000, cried the self-obsessed mad acolyte. And here is Kitamura Osamu's wonderful illustration of Mishima and the Golden Pavilion and Godzilla, and he's attacking it with a plane because he was a kind of militarist. The next one is about an author who's not so well known outside of Japan. His name was Nagai Kafu, and he wrote sensual novellas in the early part of the 20th century. With ladies was always so fast, this gentleman down to the last. He took them to bed, oh, dreamt he was in Edo, and bored them with tales of the past. And here's Nagai Kafu with Charlie Chaplin with a little sign that says strip on it. Moving on from Nagai Kafu, we come to Mori Ogai. Mori Ogai was an author from the late 19th and early 20th century. He was a doctor, physician in the army, and he wrote a scandalous book called Vita Sexualis, Mori Ogai. This stoical soldier physician was also a straight-laced patrician. His Vita Sexualis was greeted with malice, placing him in a compromising position. And here's Mori Ogai in a compromising position. Now, just 2 more for today. Many of you will have read the ghost stories of Lafcadio Hearn, which are retellings of Japanese traditional folk tales. This is Lafcadio Hearn. This Irish-American Greek looked more like a gnome than a freak. He retold old tales about females and males and called them his own. What a cheek. And here's Lafcadio playing the biwa, traditional instrument, Alice in Wonderland, and Lafcadio's cat. And there's the Mad Hatter, and a Japanese umbrella playing a trombone. Finally, there is Chikamatsu Monzaimon. He was an Edo period dramatist called the Shakespeare of Japan. Chikamatsu Monzaimon. The lovers their passions denied ran off for a dual suicide. If we cannot wed, we'd rather be dead so our story can spread far and wide. And here's Chikamatsu spreading his story far and wide. And that's everything you've ever wanted to know about Japanese literature in 5 lines.